Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session on developing a strong voice in the classroom. I am Martin Ebony Molling, one of your instructors for this session, and I'll be guiding you through techniques to help establish presence and authority with confidence and control. A strong voice isn't about shouting or commanding. It's about using calm, deliberate strategies to communicate effectively and manage your classroom with ease. So today we'll explore what it means to have a strong voice and why it's so impactful and how can you start applying it right away. But to begin with, by the end of this lesson and in this video, I'm hoping that we should or we can understand and achieve our three lesson goals for today. And that is number one, understand the principles of a strong voice, recognize the benefits, and demonstrate practical application. So, what is a strong voice? The strong voice is the ability to command attention and respect. When we say the ability to command attention and respect, it means a strong voice helps you establish your authority in the classroom while being authoritarian. It's about getting your students' attention quickly and ensuring that they are focused on you, your instructions, or the lesson at hand. When a teacher speaks with clarity and confidence, students are more likely to listen, follow directions, and engage with the lesson. This type of voice encourages mutual respect to students that the students should know that what you say is important and deserves their attention. For number two, for maintaining control and focus during the lesson, a strong voice is the key to maintaining a controlled and structured classroom environment by using deliberate strategies such as pausing before speaking, using clear, concise language, and modulating volume and pace. Teachers can manage students' behavior and attention. For instance, speaking in a calm, even tone rather than raising your voice can prevent distractions, minimize disruptions, and keep students focused on the content. Additionally, a teacher with a strong voice can create a classroom atmosphere where students know what is expected of them and what behaviors are acceptable. And of course, for it involves verbal and nonverbal communication. When you say verbal communications, your choice of words and tone and delivery are all key components of verbal communication. A strong voice involves speaking with confidence, clarity, and purpose. It's about using fewer, more powerful words than rambling, and ensuring that your language is appropriate for the context of the lesson. For example, giving clear, direct instructions and speaking with an authoritative but calm tone can encourage students to stay focused and be more responsible to your guidance. When we say nonverbal communication, it also plays a crucial role in conveying strength and authority without saying a word. This includes body language, standing tall, making eye contact, and facing your students directly signals confidence. A posture, a teacher who stands still or avoids pacing or fidgeting and remains calm excludes control. Your facial expressions. A teacher's facial expressions should match the tone of the lesson. Whether it's a firm look when addressing misbehavior or a warm expression when engaging students. For example, if Mr. Brown, your student's name is Mr. Brown, he's very rowdy, and you say, Mr. Brown, please keep quiet. Do you think your student will keep quiet? Because you're still smiling and it's like you're giggling, like, Mr. Brown, please keep quiet. Of course, Mr. Brown will not keep quiet or he will not shut his mouth up. He's going to keep on distracting the class. But if you say, Mr. Brown, please be quiet. With that authority, you know that you have the control. Moving forward, there are six principles of strong voice. So, number one, Use a formal register. Number 2, square up and stand still. Number 3, exude quiet power. Number 4, use economy of language. Number 5, do not talk over. And number 6, do not engage. So we're going to see the meaning and how we're going to administer these 6 principles step by step. Using a formal register in the classroom means communicating with clear, respectful, and professional language. For example, instead of saying, "Hey guys, stop talking," a teacher using a formal register would say, "Class, be quiet." And additionally, a teacher's posture, standing tall with good posture, signals authority, while making eye contact shows confidence and engagement. Moving forward, when you say square up and stand still, it shows attentiveness and seriousness when giving directions. You should avoid multitasking while addressing students. Instead of doing like this, "Okay, class, our activity for today is," of course, your students' attention will be diverted, and your students might think, "Oh, ma'am is doing her makeup again," instead of focusing on what your direction is. So you should be attentive and serious when giving directions. Avoid doing unnecessary things or avoid multitasking while addressing students. Next one, exude quiet power. You should maintain calmness to show control. Use a slower, quieter tone to regain attention. As you can see the pictures that we have here, for example, for the X marks, for example, you're telling or you're addressing Mr. Brown's behavior, one of your student. "Mr. Brown, please keep quiet. I'm telling you this for the fifth time." Of course, Mr. Brown might get scared, but other students have this different they have different behavior, like they will make fun of your posture, make fun of your faces. Some can take pictures of your faces and then they'll make jokes or laugh on it. So instead of doing that, maintain calmness to show control. Something like this. "Mr. Brown, please keep quiet." As simple as that. Or if the class is rowdy and you have that good posture, that seriousness of your face, and then just stare at them, trust me, it will calm the class. It means that, oh, Miss Matin is angry, or oh, Miss Matin is very serious. Shush, something like that. Clear? Okay. When we say economy of language, it means you need to be concise and to the point. Don't beat around the bush. You should avoid unnecessary distractions in your directions. So we have here two examples, like a cluttered instruction. For example, "Okay, class, before we start our group activity, I just want to remind everyone that you need to gather your materials, which includes your notebooks, colored pencils, and any handouts you may have from last week. And make sure to sit at the tables over there and be ready to discuss the topic as soon as we begin so we can stay on schedule." That's quite lengthy and a lot of instructions. You could just say it in this way. "Please gather your notebooks, colored pencils, and handouts. Sit at the designated tables and be ready to discuss the topic." That's it. So it's much more shorter. It's much more, it's not lengthy, and you could do this one very precisely. When you say "do not talk over," you should ensure your words are the main focus. You should wait for silence before speaking. So, for example, you enter a very rowdy class. They're all talking and you're giving instructions. For example, "Please bring out 1/4 sheet of pad paper," but then the main focus is not on you. For example, they just had their Christmas vacation and they're telling their friends that what they had experienced during that time. And then you as the teacher are giving already the instruction, but then the focus is on what they had on Christmas. So, The point is, I mean, you giving the instruction is useless. You're just wasting your time. So you should wait for silence before you give your instructions. And you have to make sure your words are their main focus. When you say do not engage, you have to stay focused on the issue at hand when addressing behavior. You should avoid getting sidetracked by students' attempt to divert the conversation. So, for example, the practical application is that a teacher firmly addresses a behavior issue without allowing students to change the topic, because a lot of students always do this. They're guilt tripping, for example. Ma'am, I punched him in the face. It's because I'm really stressed from school. I had a lot of assignments, but then you should cut the students. I mean, you should cut what the student is saying or the alibi that your student is saying. You should acknowledge, but then be firm. You should stay on what the topic is being addressed to. Avoid getting sidetracked by students' attempt. Just say, I know that you're being stressed right now, but you need to know that what you did is wrong. That's it. Do not always acknowledge what the alibi is. Next, for conclusion, strong voice enhances classroom management and student engagement. Implementing these principles foster a respect and focused learning environment. So before we end our discussion, I'll ask questions and I want you to pause the video to think about your answers. So this is a short quiz. It's true or false. Write T for true and F for false. Ready? Here's the first question. Maintain calmness to show control. Now pause the video and think about your answer. Okay, welcome back. I'm hoping that you've got your answers with you. Number one, that is true. Yes, I hope you got that one correctly. What about number two? Use a slower, quieter tone to regain attention. Is it a true or false? Pause the video and think about your answer. Welcome back. And okay, the answer here for number two is still true. What about number three? Multitasking is a must while addressing students. Okay, so I want you to think deeply while answering. Okay, so the answer for number three is false. Remember, you should avoid multitasking while addressing students. And okay, so let's continue. Number four, avoid direct contact. Is it a true or a false? Okay, so yes, the answer here is false. Why? You should establish eye contact so that they know that you are really serious about the subject matter. So, to continue with, let's have number five, the last question. Utilize lengthy instructions for clarification. All right, so the answer here is false as well. Remember earlier we tackled that you should avoid cluttered instructions. Get to the point or do it directly to your point. I hope everyone got the correct answers. Okay, so I hope everyone got the correct answers for our short quiz earlier. And I'm hoping that we understood the principles of a strong voice, recognize the benefits, and demonstrate practical application. Thank you so much for joining me in today's lesson on developing a strong voice in the classroom. By using a formal register, clear language, and confident body language, you can establish authority, maintain focus, and foster respect in your students. Remember, a strong voice is about more than just what you say, it's how you say it and how you carry yourself. If you have any questions or thoughts about today's lesson, feel free to reach out and don't forget to apply what you've learned in your own classrooms or study routines. I'm Matin Ebony Molling and it's been a pleasure guiding you through this topic. Keep learning, stay curious, and see you in the next lesson. Have a wonderful day ahead. Goodbye for now.